Hi everyone, Don Genova here with another edition of Foodie Friday for Russell Books. Today I'm outside. It's the long weekend, the Victoria Day weekend. Thought I would spend some time outside on the deck, just like you should be, because the weather is going to be really great. This week I'm going to feature two books with extremely flavorful recipes, and they need a couple of special ingredients, but you know what? You can find them right in Victoria, actually more precisely in Oak Bay. And the first product I want to tell you about is called Nduja. Yeah, N''D''U''J''A. It's a Calabrian meat paste. So it's a pork product that is very flavorful, a little bit spicy. It's going to go into a sauce I'm going to tell you about a little bit later on. And you also need to get for these recipes two different types of chorizo sausage. A cured chorizo, one that has been kind of hung up and aged for a while, and a fresh chorizo, which is one that you need to cook. Cured, you can just slice it and eat it. Fresh chorizo, you need to cook it on your barbecue or wherever. I'll tell you where exactly you're going to use it, but first I'll tell you where to get them. If you go to the Whole Beef Salumeria and the Village Butcher, which are side by each on Oak Bay Avenue, you will find the Nduja and the two different types of chorizo. The first book where you're going to use one of these ingredients is called Eat at the Bar. It's by Matt McConnell with Joe Gambros. This is a husband and wife team. They run a bar in Melbourne, but they've traveled around the world and brought back to Melbourne their favorite recipes, and now they brought them to you in the form of Eat at the Bar. Now, the first recipe, actually, you need another ingredient that you can get, especially at this time of year, prawns. It is spot prawn season. They're on the go right now. You can get them at Oak Bay Seafood, which is right beside the Whole Beast and the Village Butcher. This is a soft shell prawn al ajillo, which is just another word for pepper. And you're going to use garlic in this as well. You're getting the prawns shell on, head on, and you're going to put them in a hot fry pan with garlic and chili and lemon, and the lemon juice and the olive oil that you put in there as well. You make sure you have lots of bread because you really want to mop this up. Okay, so, and a little bit of parsley on top too, and the juice of 2 lemons. That's where that really nice mopping juice comes from. So that's the first recipe from there. The second recipe is where both types of chorizo come in, chorizo and apple cider. This comes from Valencia. But you can have it all over Spain. This puts together fresh chorizo sausages, an aged chorizo sausage, and a green apple. You're also going to add in some garlic, a bay leaf, and if you've got some dry cider, fine. If you don't have dry cider, just use apple juice. This all simmers together. Again, it creates a pan of stuff that has a lot of juice to it. Get out that fresh, crusty bread as well. This is really a fantastic dish, and it's meant for serving at the bar kind of thing. So when you're outside on the deck, pull this out of the kitchen along with the prawns. People are going to love it. Second book, it's called Comfort Mob. Now, Mob stands for the Mob Kitchen. Mob really is just a team or mob of creative food people from the UK. And I love the quote here from a prominent British restaurant reviewer, Giles Corrin. Food should make us happy, and the food in this book will do that in spades. Anyway, the first recipe from here calls for the Nduja. It's spaghetti and meatballs in Nduja sauce. And when you make the meatballs, you're actually going to take some sausage that is fresh sausage, could be any kind. I happen to have some spicy Italian sausage, and you put that, you make that into meatballs along with some ground beef, and then you're making basically an easy tomato sauce recipe, but you're taking the Nduja and you're just breaking it off into chunks and stirring it into that sauce. So you've got some spicy meatballs and you've got some spicy sauce with tomato, a real comfort food for sure. Now, the second recipe from there, this is, I had to have a dessert, miso sticky toffee pudding. I love sticky toffee pudding. Basically, you're making a cake with dates and molasses and brown sugar, sure, why not? And you are baking this cake first, and then you're letting it cool, and then you're cutting slices off, putting it into the oven again. But first, you're making a miso, butter, and sugar-based sauce. Why is the miso important? Miso gives it a kind of a salty, caramelly flavor. It's a lot of umami in miso. If you don't have it, doesn't matter, but you can get miso almost everywhere. It is really amazing. And you pour that sauce on top after you've brought it out of the oven. A little bit of sauce when you put it in the oven, a little bit more sauce when you take it out of the oven, and it's an amazing dessert. You will definitely wow your friends with that. It's a little bit of work, but it's all worth it. You can get these books. They're very much worth it. They're worth a trip to Russell Books in downtown Victoria, or you can always hit them up on russellbooks.com. That's Foodie Friday for this week. Have a great holiday weekend. I'm Don Genova. Bye for now.